Okay, welcome to the channel. So, as you can see by the title of the video, this is a video all about cool things about ultra running. And when I say ultra running, I actually really mean about racing an ultra. Because I recently just did the Fox 62 last Saturday. It's now Friday, so a few days have passed for my legs to recover and for some really cool thoughts to have sunk in. Some good ideas popped in my head whilst I was running, but also afterwards, just the whole idea about these events are so cool for so many different reasons. So, a few things popped in my head that really I wanted to get down on video because I thought I'm going to share them with you guys, and you also might think the same, so please do write down below if you also agree with what I'm about to say. No specific order, but in regards to ultra races themselves, I think one of the coolest things I found was obviously just the training for them and having a goal in mind. So in the last few weeks, my training hasn't been too majorly specific for ultra running. I've been cranking out around about 75 kilometers per week, which went up. A few weeks not so great, so nothing crazy in regards to mileage, but I was also doing lots of other things with calisthenics, kettlebell stuff, weight stuff, lots of bike rides and gravel bike rides, and just mixing my whole training up. But the good thing was to have all that training and have a focus in mind. To have that end goal, that 25th of June, that 62K race was something very, very cool. So just to have a big goal in mind was sort of like the number one cool thing about doing an ultra marathon race, let's say. So having a goal, that was the number one thing that I thought about.
Okay, so just past the first aid station. Thought this would be a good time to just a quick check-in. As you saw, up early, out, start. And now I'm just cruising along. Average pace, 6 per kilometer. Right now, 5:41. So nice and steady. A couple of climbs back there, quite sandy. But apart from that, it's all good.
So the second thing was a little bit different. Now this is both sort of psychological and physiological. So I find after doing a big event like that, you have almost like some sort of reset on your body, both physiologically and emotionally, mentally. I think because you've pushed yourself through a bit of a tough time for like 6, 7 or whatever hours or 8 hours, whatever it was, mine was 7 hours on the day, you go through lots of different processes in your brain. It's almost just like a defrag for your brain, and you just come out the other side, especially the next day, almost like a new person. And I find that really super rewarding and just a new fresh chapter. And physiologically, physically as well. Press that reset button there, because you've got to just take a few days back. Just a couple of easy days, maybe an easy week like I've just done now, with a bit of running here, a bit of weights here, but it's a very easy deload week. So not a deload week, just like almost a reload week, let's say, in light of your next chapter. So I think that reset is a really cool thing to do, and that really struck me. Just this week, having that nice new start, new fresh page, new fresh book, to see what's next. So that was the other really cool thing about doing these big events.
So I think it's about 7K to go, which is pretty good.
Okay, so points 3 and 4 are almost combined. What struck me when I was running, especially through the woods, on this amazing part of the trail there, just when we're all running together, and these with people that have no clue who they are, complete strangers, we're all running in sync, this sort of marching rhythmical pattern, and it just felt almost tribal, but slightly, for the sort of a 2-3 kilometer stretch, enlightening, sort of spiritual, just a really nice feel. And I hadn't had that for a long time, and I just thought, wow, this just feels great. So I don't know if you've had the same sort of thing where you all of a sudden you're with a group of people you've never met before, and you're all running in sync, and just that rhythm of the beat, of the feet, of the ground, everything, it just works so nicely. And plus you couple that, you sort of marry that up with just the beautiful scenery that you have in front of you. So visually, the sun was out, the sky was blue, the views were incredible, with people you have no clue who you are, but you're all in the same boat together, let's say. And that brings me on to the next point, of this sense of camaraderie. So you have an amazing sense of camaraderie, constant camaraderie with strangers that you've never met before, obviously, well, hence strangers, but people that you've never met before. And that is just so nice. And like, I always find at the beginning of the races, these things, no one's talking to many people, but as soon as the whistle goes, as soon as you start going, you build up some relationship with somebody next to you for a few minutes. Further down the line, a few miles later, the next person, or whatever it is. And that sense of camaraderie and just friendliness and just a nice human vibe bouncing off people, just felt really, really good. And that's something that you don't really experience many times in day-to-day life. You don't experience it in the gym, let's say. It's because you're just all together, you're all doing the same thing, and you've all got that same goal in mind to complete it. Some want to do it really super quick time, some want to just get it done. But the idea is to work together and you help each other. You make sure you're all right, and that is just nice human spirit is a good point that I found to really work nicely.
So about 1k to go. I think it could be more, it could be maybe 2. They always like to add in a couple extra sneaky little Ks. But all in all, it's been good. Good choice of shoe. My legs held up. Considering my longest training run was just 3 hours, 30k. To chuck in 62 now and still holding up is a good sign. So yeah, although definitely had a few moments where I thought, oh jeepers, what the hell's going on here? But I managed to sort of stay moving forward and stay running. I haven't really walked at all, apart from just now actually, and a couple of hills obviously. So yeah, I did exactly what I wanted to do the event, enjoy it, and get some good fitness in, and say hi to a few people along the way, which I did.
And I guess finally, the medal. Who doesn't love a nice snazzy medal at the end of the day? Just to give you a cherry on the top, the icing on the cake, or any other sort of analogy you might want to give, we all love a medal. So it just gives you that sense of achievement, and yeah, it just means that you did it, you made it, you got through what you succeeded, you ticked the box, you hit your goal, and everything is okay, touch wood, when it has been. So in light of the recovery, all fine. A little bit stiff in a few places, but by Monday, Tuesday, absolutely fine. And that actually puts a lot of confidence in me, because my longest training run for this was only about 3 hours. So half, or well, actually less than half of what I actually did for the race, but everything built up. All the other stuff that I did, the cycling, the calisthenics, the squats, the lunges, etc. All the running, all the rucking, all that weighted stuff, and just being on my feet all day. All those things really helped to build up just general fitness, but overall stamina, endurance and everything. So on the day, like that day, I did all right. In fact, I think I came 29th or something overall out of everyone. And I think it was fourth in my category, but then I am in the V45 category. So I'm just 45. So yeah, fourth isn't too bad.
Ready.
Okay, so in regards to the race itself, the Fox Ultra 62, there was 3 races, 62, a 42 and a 20. It all started at different times. Really superbly organised. Really great people working on all the aid stations, a really helpful team with the setting up everything at start. I have to say, the marking was impeccable, really just precise marking, so I didn't get lost at all. The whole event was done brilliantly, and the route itself was just incredible. Beautiful views of lovely sort of Surrey, around sort of Godalming, and then up over the Hog's Back, Sheer, all around there. Just really, really stunning views throughout. So yeah, I have to say, the whole event was great. The people were fantastic, impeccably well marked, and all in all, a fantastic day out. And the cool thing was, it wasn't that far away. It was only about sort of 35, 40 minutes away to get to Godalming. So Godalming start and Godalming finish. So if you live in the area, or actually wherever, but I would recommend doing the Fox 62, because it is a really cool fun day out, and I really enjoyed it. And there wasn't really any of those times where I had the race where I thought this wanted us to end. In fact, it was just, yeah, it was, by the end of it, I was quite pleased that it was, it was still just ticking along. I definitely slowed down towards the end, but that said, I finished running, and quite pleased with how I finished. So I have to say, all in all, really good. So thanks very much everyone who helped out there. In fact, also Dan Runs, I met you at the last aid station, because that was run by the GTR crew, the Guildford Trail Runners. Thanks Dan, and thanks GTR crew, great job. And thank you to everyone else who participated to help out, all the volunteers, all the people stopping traffic and everything like that you all do. Really cool fun, really, really well done. So thank you very much. Right, I'm gonna leave it there. I have to say that, that's it. So yeah, all in all, a great event, really cool. And as I said, those points that I talked about earlier, they do really work. The reset, just the fun, all the training, the idea of having a goal, and just that camaraderie that you have when you're running with others. So let me know down below if you guys also feel the same, and any other sort of interesting sort of idea of why doing ultra marathon races is a good idea. Well, there are probably lots more, but all in all, I will do another video very soon about why I chose the Nike Ultra Fly Trails as opposed to the Ultra Mont Blanc Carbons. I won't talk about that now because it just gets too much and it goes down a different tangent. But that is it. I will see you all very soon. So thanks for watching. If you like that, please do click that like button and subscribe if you haven't. If you have, then thank you very much, and I'll see you all very soon in the future. Right, and also check out the new blue wall, which I painted, just to give myself a little bit more contrast, a bit more of a pop, which I hope works. Quite a daring colour, only that wall. Anyway, right, enough of that. See ya.